Welcome back, everyone. Main event time, and that title reign, legacy title reign of Caleb Konley might be in big-time jeopardy because the Irish juggernaut has been back with a vengeance, and he has been all business.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the West Coast Wrestling Connection Legacy Championship. And his opponent, he is the West Coast Wrestling Connection Legacy Champion, the Obsession, Caleb Konley.
This is how an angel.
There he is, the Obsession, Caleb Konley, the legacy title holder. And he took that mandatory title defense window to the absolute extent. This is a mandatory title defense for Konley. We haven't seen him here on the program in quite some time. He's going to have to defend it tonight, that is for sure. And what a challenger. You know, Shea came back, decimated Greg Romero, attacked Jeremy Blanchard, got some revenge in that tag team title main event. And now he finds himself in a main event of his own with a legacy title on the line, a championship that O'Shea desperately wants to possess.
Etched into the eyes of the Legacy Championship. He wants to destroy Caleb Konley and walk out of here with that prize, the Legacy Championship.
That's what it's all about on the line, and it begs the question. O'Shea is a Clydesdale. He is a horse, so powerful, just a beast. Konley, a great striker. He can high fly, but Konley loves to put people away with that cradle shock. Can he hoist the massive frame of O'Shea up to hit that devastating finisher?
I mean, can he even get him off of his feet? And can he get past the multiple winds, the second wind, the third, the fourth wind that Mikey O'Shea brings? It takes so much to put this man down. Caleb Konley is a formidable opponent. I mean, he has cheated his way from stealing the legacy title to dodging defenses and doing anything he can to hold on to it. But the guy's still a consummate athlete. He's still an incredible professional wrestler. But you know what, Todd? My money tonight's on the Irish juggernaut. I think we are going to see a new legacy champion in Mikey O'Shea.
O'Shea came back with all kinds of momentum on his side. Talked about quite some time since we've seen Caleb Konley in there to defend the legacy title. Well, that layoff hurt him. Both guys spent some time away from the ring. We'll see how it plays out in our main event. O'Shea just might try and rip that arm off and beat the champion with it.
Well, you know, they've both been away from the ring for a while, but I think the difference is that Mikey has just amped his intensity up all the way. He used to be all the way up to 10. He found 11. He got it up higher than anyone else. I have not seen intensity out of a competitor like I am out of Mikey O'Shea now in a very long time. Caleb Konley had better be ready for the juggernaut that is about to be unleashed onto him.
O'Shea putting on the brakes, not going along for that Irish whip. Konley gonna have to go back to the drawing board, and we start to see those strikes, but no effect on the juggernaut. And now striking in his zone, big chops by the big man in the corner, not where you wanna be with O'Shea hunting you down.
No, there's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide. And I don't know what was louder, the impact of his hand across the chest of Caleb Konley or the fans cheering as they watch the legacy champion get manhandled by Mikey O'Shea.
Welcome back, champ. O'Shea with the side headlock. And this, a very rudimentary move, but this will wear you down too when you got well over 300 pounds plus grinding on you. I think Konley really has been neutralized right now. He's usually such a dynamic competitor, but he hasn't had an answer for the size and power of O'Shea. And that's the question we posed at the start of this matchup. O'Shea shrugs him off again in complete control. The challenger on fire as he lights up the chest of the champion.
Well, you'll notice that Mikey O'Shea either does not break contact with Caleb Konley, and if he does, he follows right up with him. He's not giving him a moment's breath. Hold on. 2 count. They're not giving him a moment's breath to reassess the situation. Caleb Konley has to come up with a new game plan. Otherwise, this match is going to be all Mikey, and there he is, giving it his first shot.
Desperation jawbreaker there by the champion after he was absolutely shot-putted all the way corner to corner by O'Shea. O'Shea trying to shrug him off again and runs him over. Konley so explosive normally, I don't know if he knows what to make of O'Shea. He can't budge the big man. Leapfrog. Telegraphed by O'Shea there, the backdrop. Not looking good for the champion. Another big throw.
For a moment there, I thought Caleb Konley had shifted the momentum of the match, but Mikey O'Shea, so intense, just completely unfazed and ready for anything. Konley does the wise thing, I have to say, heads to the outside and is taking advantage of that 10 count.
O'Shea has looked pretty much impervious to anything that the champion has dished at him. And I think Konley going to try and take the count out here. Escape with his title. O'Shea not going to have any part of it. You talk about that O'Shea's been staying right on top of him, and that's the case here. Continuing the fight, but O'Shea has got to get the champion back inside the ring.
Konley couldn't care less if he wins or loses the match as long as he walks away as legacy champion, and Mikey O'Shea rolls him back in the ring. He knows he's got to beat him within those ropes, inside that squared circle.
Yeah, the way that Konley usually holds on to the championship in title defenses really equals the way he won the title in the first place. Oh, good luck. Trying to suplex him from the outside in. There's a little thing called gravity to contend with.
This could end very poorly for Caleb Konley, who gets that, right onto that apron. Now there's a piece of the story we haven't even touched on yet to go way back for folks. Caleb Konley, Mikey O'Shea, former tag team champions together. These guys were a tag team. They rode the streets together. They defended the championships together. They know each other a lot better than we have even given them credit for. In fact, it happened so long ago, it took me a moment to even remember that had happened.
Yeah, it certainly wouldn't seem that way at this point. Grabbing onto the ears of O'Shea. And you notice the move that it took to do it. Konley found a way to use O'Shea's size against him with that leg sweep. We talked about gravity. Gravity affecting O'Shea there. He hit hard and heavy on the apron, and since then it's been all the champion. Very, very physical. Fans, our main event will continue right after this. The champion in control.
Sports Radio 750 and 1029 The Game is the sports station. Dan Patrick live 6 to 9 a.m. Jim Rome 9 to noon. John Canzano noon to 3. The Huddle with Mike Rags 3 to 7. 750 and 1029 The Game.
Just look at this one. This is a 2001 Dodge. Look at the flawless paint. Beautiful lines.
Wait a minute, wait just a minute. Are you really trying to sell this young lady this piece of junk? Let me tell you something. At the Vancouver Auction Outlet, we only sell the best cars around. Take a look at these cars right here. That's what you're looking for. They got a name for you when you're the greatest car lot in the car lot business today. They don't call you a great car lot. They call you the Vancouver Auction Outlet. Beat it if you can.
Make the West Coast Wrestling Connection a part of your 4th of July weekend at their next live event, Sunday, July 5th at Hog Middle School in Salem. First bell is at 5 p.m. You'll see all the stars of the West Coast Wrestling Connection, all of the top athletes, all of the best competitors as they battle it out for victory. For tickets, call 971-600-8215 or go to tickets at WCWC.com. We'll sell you the entire seat, but you'll only need the edge of it. See you there.
Sports Radio 750 and 1029 The Game is the sports station. Dan Patrick live 6 to 9 a.m. Jim Rome 9 to noon. John Canzano noon to 3. The Huddle with Mike Rags 3 to 7. 750 and 1029 The Game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the West Coast Wrestling Connection Championship main event. Legacy title on the line. Jeff Aiken, Todd Kennelly here with you. And the champion continues to stop the challenger. Buzzsaw kicks take O'Shea down again.
Well, it's all started before the break when, hold on, hooks the far leg. right before the break, a little while before, when Caleb Konley swept the leg of Mikey O'Shea and got him on that ring apron. And ever since then, Mikey O'Shea has been fighting hard to come back, but Caleb Konley has been in control. All he needed was that opportunity, and he found it and took complete advantage of it.
He swept the leg. He's wearing the black and yellow right out of the Cobra Kai playbook, and it was effective. It's been all the champion ever since.
Caleb Konley shows no mercy, but he does take time to make sure his hair's looking good as he points to all of us here watching on television.
Just raking that kick pad across the eyes of O'Shea. And I know you talked about O'Shea having a second, third win, and maybe we're going to see it here. Just when you think you got the big man gassed, he finds a way to get, it's like he's got a reserve tank.
Absolutely, so well conditioned. This guy can take but that could definitely change the entire key of the song as his shoulder gets driven into that steel ring post.
You can see the pain etched on the challenger's face. Baseball slide now by the champion, and the big carcass of O'Shea falls to the outside. Challenger in trouble. And Konley, you think he might just hang in there and try and take a count-out victory here?
Well, I think that's what we expect to see from Caleb Konley. Just let the referee count. Stay in there, catch your breath. Referees on the outside making sure that Mikey O'Shea is good to continue competing. That is concrete on the floor. They're not pads, but no, Konley not leaving well enough alone, going over all the way.
Thinking cross body, but nobody home. Heads up move by O'Shea to get out of there. But what's O'Shea have left? Clubbing forearm, man. As if to say, I ain't done with you yet, meatball.
Well, he gets that clubbing forearm right across the back of Caleb Konley, right across the lungs. Well, and Caleb Konley put that rope right across a different body part of Mikey O'Shea, one that will definitely change this matchup for the challenger.
Sure did. Move we saw done earlier by the Shadow, who could not get the victory over Gangrel. Gangrel, former Legacy champion. You know he'd love another shot at either man here. Konley or his former tag team partner, Mikey O'Shea. Konley's got the challenger out, going for the cover, looking to put him away, but can't. O'Shea still has some fight left. But it seems right now like the champion has really sapped a lot of the fire from the challenger.
Mikey O'Shea is down. He's out. He's sitting there in the corner using the ropes to prop him up, and Konley continuing the assault. But the question remains, how is he going to put him away? We've seen him win so many matches with that cradle shock. You asked the question early on, is he going to have the physical ability to get him off of his feet for that?
And if he does, I think he's got to hit it soon, because as this match goes on, the likelihood of him having enough left to do it, if he can do it in the first place, is going to deplete in a hurry. O'Shea now able to get out of the way and battle back. And Konley better be careful here. Don't want to throw rocks at a man with a machine gun. O'Shea's got all that size behind him, but double chop right to the throat, and that's going to attack the wind of the challenger again.
Whoa.
Man, what a shot.
And that's the thing when Mikey O'Shea comes at you. He's coming at you 100 to 110%. You're going to know when you got hit by the Irish Juggernaut.
Big time suplex into the cover goes O'Shea, getting all that body weight down across the cover. What a suplex by the Juggernaut. He left his own feet there midair, both guys coming down. And O'Shea saying it might be the beginning of the end. He might take aim. He might be looking for the gunslinger.
He can, this might be even bigger than a gunslinger.
Powerbomb
He's
City.
got it. No, Caleb Konley slips out and forearm to the back of the head. Dangerous. Spine buster.
Into the cover now, that's gonna do it. History to be made. No, how close was that?
Mikey O'Shea, mere nanoseconds away from being the WCWC Legacy Champion. What's it going to take to put Caleb Konley away? Mikey O'Shea has to be asking himself that right now.
Not too many people would kick out of a Mikey O'Shea spine buster, but that's precisely what the Legacy Champion Caleb Konley did. Oh, another big shot. Just trying to keep the challenger off balance, goes upstairs, down goes O'Shea. The challenger down in a heap, and a Herculean effort just to turn the big man over into the cover. Here we go, 3 to come, no.
Well, there's some dangerous damage being done to Mikey O'Shea. There was a forearm to the back of the head earlier, the kick to the back of the head, all happening on the base of the spine that can have long-lasting effects on the challenger, not only this match, but beyond. Caleb Konley is going to head upstairs.
You know, we can question his tactics in previous defenses. Konley has had no choice in this one but to be a fighting champion. This has been a war with his legacy title on the line. Pivots in midair into the moonsault, but O'Shea has an answer yet again and gets out of there.
Well, he's saying his knee is hurt. Has the referee, that's Jeremy Blanchard. Jeremy Blanchard slithers in. He loads that arm brace and takes out Mikey O'Shea.
You gotta be kidding me. The referee now over with the champion didn't see any of it. And this is exactly what cost O'Shea the tag team titles, and it just might cost him his shot at the legacy title. Konley steals another one, finds a way to win.
The winner of this match, and still West Coast Wrestling Connection Legacy Champion, Caleb Konley.
You'll recall that O'Shea got involved in Blanchard's recent tag team title opportunity. I guess some revenge here tonight for Blanchard.
I don't think things are over between Mikey O'Shea and Jeremy Blanchard by any stretch of the imagination, but Todd Kennelly, Mikey O'Shea was just seconds away from being the new legacy champion. But there he is, Caleb Konley, standing proud.
Yeah, proud champion. Yeah. I was giving him credit that he was having to fight for his life in there to defend it, but then it took that arm brace shot by Blanchard, and that's the reason the legacy title, not aptly named when it's around this man's waist, but Konley's reign of terror continues. Fans, we'll see you next week for more great action right here on the West Coast Wrestling Connection.
Make the West Coast Wrestling Connection and their next live television taping a part of your 4th of July weekend. Be there Saturday, July 4th at the Jackson Armory in Portland. First bell is at 1 p.m. You'll see all of the stars of the West Coast Wrestling Connection, all of the top athletes. Plus, buy one ticket and get one half off with no limit on half-off tickets. Call 971-600-8215 or go to tickets at WCWC.com. This 4th of July, there's nothing like the WC Live. See you there.